worship a group or song. He's $72. He has 3-song set. AC/DC has 200 songs. No worse than Paul man. He shouldn't like. This is 2 Chainz, definitely 2 Chainz. He says his names. Dancers don't like to be touched. Don't like the dances. Don't like the dances. Dancers don't like to be touched. And then at the end of the shift, some girl walks up to me, is like, I only made like $45 tonight. I'm like, no, you made $317 when your friend came in the Slipknot t-shirt, and then he gave you a bunch of crystal meth, he gave you crystal meth. She's like, okay, here you go, here's $50, shut the fuck up. And then I would be the most lucrative DJ in the world. I have time for one little story and get out of here. How am I doing on time? I think that question's weird in here because some people are so high, they're like, does time even exist? Some girls like, time's a social construct, and I don't like to believe in it, so like, I have 30-hour days because I read this thing on Jezebel, and it's just great. I write for that. I have Dropbox children, Redbox children, Redbox is the video thing, right? I call them Redbox children. They're my nephews. I call them Redbox children because when they get covered in peanut butter and start to cost me money, I leave them outside 7-Eleven, and my sister eventually picks them up. There's 2 uncles. There's the creepy uncle. I don't want to be the creepy uncle. I want to be the cool uncle. All right, Foo Fighters are playing at the zoo tonight. You get 1 bump of coke before we go into the show, and you have to tell your mom we went to OMSI, all right? That's the uncle I'm going to be. And my nephew was camping on the beach. He's 9. So he's like talking about everything. And my sister names my nephews Peyton, Ashton, and Hudson, knowing that I'm a strip club DJ. So I'm just working on a relationship before I put him on stage at Silverado. You know, like I'm just really trying to be a cool ass uncle here. And he goes, can I tell you a story? I said, yeah. It's like, oh, the Hot Meals toilet you got me, like I totally broke it and then flushed it down the toilet, so mom went and find it, and then I broke the toilet, so I had to poop out in the backyard when we were camping on the beach, and then we had a prayer circle because God believes in true believers, and God gave us a new toilet after we had a prayer circle. He hadn't had any coke yet. Like this is how kid talks, and I go, wait a minute, my toilet's filthy. How do I've smoked DMT and gotten into an argument with a redwood tree. I'm not gonna bash what kind of religion you are. But I wanna know how God can hook me up with a new toilet. I think that would help out with my Tinder dates. If at least one thing in my house works besides the Xbox. Here's what he says, he's 9 years old. He says, well, mommy and daddy are mommy and daddy and they're true believers, not mommy and mommy like next door. Oh. So what any other hack-up, stand-up comic would do is I distracted from the conversation by ripping open a newspaper, reading the headline, and trying to make something funny out of it. But what had happened was they discovered, that's how I'm telling him, the Malaysian jet fighter that got shot down a few years ago over the Ukraine, it killed all these doctors. He goes, no. Well, yeah, it happened when you're camping, these doctors died. And then there were doctors, so all the people, HIV, all the people that had that, they're gonna probably die too. And he goes, no. And he looks at me, one single little 9-year-old tear. Why would God let that happen? And I had to stop being a dick. I told him the truth. I look at him, sniffled, and I said, look, God probably wouldn't have let those people die. But he was in Lincoln City, Oregon, fixing your toilet. Those people are dead because you pooped in the backyard. Now, if I'm not doing lines off a stranger with him at 80s night next week, I fucked up as an uncle. Thank you very much. One more time, we're Raymond
That's a real meathead. I mean, he actually knew what stage the game was on. I didn't even know that. You know where you're at? You gonna just finish off the game? Look, he's looking for somewhere to sit. He can't start fast enough. Shit, I'm just coming. Look, he's into it too. Oh my God. Is the heat? I can't tell. It feels like the heat's on, and I keep looking back at it like that's the shit. You know what I'm saying? Giving off the heat. That's when you know you're high. When y'all gonna walk in here and see somebody like either that or you're gonna see somebody trying to light their joint on TV like this shit just moved.
I want to see you warm your butt like a chick on that fire.
You just trying to see my butt up in the air. You ain't slick, man. Oh, next comedian come to the stage. This young lady, I worked with her. She was on my showcase last week, an all-lady showcase that fucking rocked, by the way. If you missed it, you don't know what you missed. But it was a great showcase. And I'm glad she could come out and be a part of this tonight. Please put your hands together for Miss Kate Murphy!
Thank you. I have a question for you guys, though. Do you ever smoke so much weed that you like have to watch Forrest Gump to like keep yourself from calling an ambulance? Because that happened to me recently. Because I don't smoke weed because like I'm an alcoholic. You know, like I freak out when I smoke weed. I got so drunk recently that like I thought I had an STD. But I really just like to eat flaming hot Cheetos. Like I woke up in the middle of the night and this is just on fire. This is just bee stings. This is just like freshly waxed but not just the most pain I've ever felt. And I did what anybody would do. I rolled over and I opened my laptop to Google the symptoms. But like what I found was an open Chrome window with like some candid photos of John Hamm. Like wearing slacks. Like walking into a hard breeze. Because all it takes, I guess, is just like the outline of Don Draper's penis to get me swampy. And then like my Sherlock skills kicked in and I was like, oh, I don't have an STD. This is just a crash scene. Like a terrible accident happened here at like the intersection of inherited alcoholism and like immaculate taste in snack food. I didn't know that Winnie the Pooh wasn't a real bear. For like, anybody else? Yeah. Yeah, I knew he was like a cartoon, but I didn't know he was like conceptually a toy, right? Yeah, so like when he rips his ass open, do you guys remember that? Like up, down, touch the ground, and his ass just like rips wide open? Scared the shit out of me. I didn't do stretches my entire childhood because like I thought he was a real bear. I just assumed he never ate his other animal friends because he's like a bear midget. You know? And like he found that shirt on the side of the highway. You know? Because the point is like, human clothes fit bear midgets is what I'm trying to say. My grandma like loves Olive Garden. Does anybody else's grandma like love Olive Garden? Just my grandma? She loves Olive Garden? Yeah. I think my grandma's trying to die in an Olive Garden. She loves it so much. Like, we go there so often. Like, this is my grandma voice. Are you ready? She's like, oh, endless breadsticks forever. That's what she actually sounds like. And the best thing about my grandma is like she's kind of an asshole. She's like 6 feet tall. And yeah, I'm just like on the fast track to becoming her. She's like tall and a fucking asshole. She's so much of an asshole. My entire life is like going to Olive Garden with my grandma and she was like apologizing to the waiter for like the way I look. She's like, I'm sorry, she works at the Hot Topic. We like the other one better. He doesn't wear fingerless gloves in July. This is the wrong age group. You guys didn't listen to Taking Back Sunday, I can tell. It wasn't that long ago. And like, I know you guys knew when I came up here that like I'm the girl who wore a dress made out of duct tape to junior prom. Which, by the way, if your shitty kid wants to wear a dress made out of duct tape, just like make sure they bring scissors to prom, or they're gonna come back with their virginity. That wasn't that long ago. I'm not very old. I'm really surprised that I'm this old, but like I still haven't taken the time to like look at my own butthole. You guys are laughing because you obviously looked at your own butthole. I haven't. Just because you raised your hand. Like, I own a full-length mirror. It's like not the problem. I'm just afraid it's gonna look like what all you guys have. Just like a butthole. Like I've seen a lot of them. Like I've seen a lot of buttholes. I've seen a lot of wild horses. You know? But like I'm gonna keep assuming that like I have a unicorn. Again, it's like emo music and unicorns. You guys just turn into that stuff, I guess. Oh my god. Nobody has said anything to me about my butthole, so I'm just like assuming it's fine. But I don't know who to trust, because like some of my friends convinced me that I had a lazy eye. They're like, no, it corrects itself in the mirror. That's why you don't see it. And I still don't know. I have a lazy eye. So I'm thinking about using like Snapchat to look at my because like there's a finite amount of time on that. Like I just put like a 3-second timer on it, like a nice sepia filter. Send it to everybody. Oh man. Speaking of buttholes, my best friend in the whole wide world is getting married like a piece of shit. And she recently told me that her fiance likes to put it in her butt so often that she now has to write down at what time of day and how many times a day she poops. And I quote her, to prevent further accidents. This is a poop joke, everybody. I think these are adults. Like, what could have possibly happened that was so traumatic that now in this long-term relationship, anal sex is just like out the window? Like the spontaneity of it. Like he's like, babe, like come on, babe. And she's like, okay, but like let me check my day planner. And like the rest of us are, you know, drunk on Jaeger in a carpeted one-bedroom in Beaverton. With like a dude who lied about being a boat captain. Like, oh yeah, put it wherever you want, it's fine. Which is risky. It's always risky because like I have a diet that's like entirely whiskey and chili cheese flavored Fritos. So like the stakes are always high. What I'm saying is, are you ever like taking a shit and it just like keeps coming and coming and coming? So you're like, I know this isn't gonna stop, so I'm just gonna like pinch it off here and come back to it later in the hour. You know what I'm saying? What I'm really saying is I'm single. Everybody's interested. I did go on a date recently, and I went home with the guy, and he went to go take a piss. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna help myself to a beer from the fridge. But when I opened the fridge, all I found was like a cantaloupe with like a hole cut in it. Some of you are chuckling, but the rest of you, it's like some sort of Melon Fuckers Anonymous meeting. I hit raw nerd with you guys. Sorry. My head just like filled with all these questions. I was like, why is he saving it? Did he already use it? Is he gonna use it? Does he just like have like a backstock of melons with holes like in the fridge waiting? It's like I thought you were supposed to put that in the microwave. You know? Like, why is it facing outward? He could have spun that shit around, and I would have never seen the hole. Did he want me to see it? And then I looked right at the melon, and it looked back at me, and it was like, run away. This isn't really a joke. I just want to tell you guys. When you parents ask you how you're going to pay a crippling amount of student loan debt from fine art college, just tell them you're going to be a comedian. It's not a joke, I'm just telling you. See what happens. They will cut you off. Thank you, I'm Kate Murphy. Thanks so much.
One more time for Kate Murphy! Now, after I've been sitting over here watching Ray play this play this, and now I see why you want to get high and play this game. Like, you're stealing police cars. I see you shoot 3 cops. You ran over a child or something. You just ran over a goat. Is that a goat? You gotta kill it. You know once you make it, you got. Hey man, we all saw Bambi. We're cool with it. We know how it ends. All right, are you guys ready for your next comedian? This next gentleman coming to the stage actually is probably here more than me and probably smokes as much weed as anybody that I know. I've been knowing this guy for a while, and it's glad to have him out and be a part of this show, and you guys are gonna love him. Please put your hands together for Boomer!
What's up? Hey. What's up? Oh man, this is crazy. Yeah, hey. Yeah. I don't know any of you guys. Who are no? I'm just kidding. Hey, what's up? I know you. What's up, Nancy? How you doing? Hey, I don't know you. Who are you? No, I'm just kidding. I saw you outside in a little circle comedy prayer thing going on outside. It's like, you guys, we're gonna go out there. We're gonna try to remember any of our jokes. And, hopefully we'll get some laughs. And if not, then they'll forget and it won't matter. Because no, we're gonna remember that shit now. Now that you said that, what'd I just say? Nikki! 2, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. He's like, yeah, hey, Nikki! The perfect peace. Alright, this is awesome. This is what I do, everybody. It's like, hey! Ray came up and was talking about I love Ray. He's funny as fuck and talks so much shit about Portland, being from Salem.